Rob, welcome to Axel's Garage. Well, we took the bumper and the bumper corners off of the Jeep a while back. I don't know if we did it on video or not, but we took it off to just give it a little refinish. The bumper corners were with the black bumper corners turning white, and the bumper was gray, and it was all just scratched up. So took it off. I think my wife was away for the weekend at a lacrosse tournament, so I was working late every night and took it off, got it in the garage, got it scrubbed down, got it sanded down, painted the bumper. We put some rust preventative paint on it, and then we covered it in a spray-in bedliner that I like to use. I'll link all of the products that I used in the description below. And then the bumper corners, we just cleaned them really good with a Scotch-brite and sprayed that bedliner on it, and we've done that before on plastic Jeep pieces, and it comes out really nice. Takes some of the imperfections out of them, and it lasts really well. It's durable. They get bumped a little bit. They really don't chip that easy. They don't sun fade too easily at all. And the best part about it is if you get a gouge in one or something, you can just hit it with a Scotch-brite pad, tape it off, and the spray and bedliner that we use is Plasti-Kote is the brand. It actually works really well as far as blending in, so you can touch up. So when we sprayed the bumper, and we've used it on Robbie's bumper on his K5, when we sprayed the bumper and everything, it doesn't have to be perfect, because once we get it on, we get it adjusted, we might drill some holes for some fog lights, and then we could give it a final spray on the vehicle now that we got it really coated good off the vehicle. So the bumper brackets themselves, we just cleaned them up a little bit. We got some new J nuts, or whatever you might call these type of nuts. So we got new J nuts on them, because when we took everything off, all the J nuts were just rotted. The bolts were rotted into the J nuts, and everything just ripped apart when we were taking them off. So new hardware, new bolts, except for the bumper bolts themselves were actually in pretty good shape. We just hit them with a wire wheel, and we're going to use them. Those are the two on top and the two on the bottom. Those are like that, like a Torx bolt, I think they are. But the hardware to put these brackets onto the frame rails, if you would call them that, we got new hardware for that, and we are going to use some white lube on the threads, because it's a Jeep, and if you're not using anti-seize or white lube, something's wrong. And you know, you want to make it easier for the next guy, because the next guy very well might be you. So I'll move the camera and we'll get these mounted up. These brackets are marked left and right, 29L, and the other one I believe says 29R. So this is the left side, and we'll move the camera and get it. So on the edge of the frame rail here, you have this spot and this spot, which get J nuts, and then you have a welded nut that's welded on the inside there. So we're going to take our J nuts, we're going to slide them in. Just make sure you put them the right way. The bolts are coming in from the outside over here. Get our J nuts in, and now we have our nut there that's welded in, and that's how the bracket is going to get mounted onto the frame. So we got our left side bracket that is going to sit just like this. There are ovals in here for adjustment purposes. I could still see where the original bolts were, and they were towards the bottom. Maybe just a little up from the bottom, you could see the indent that remained in the metal, and that's the same on all of them. So the bracket itself favored itself to the top. So we're going to try to get them fairly in the same spot. Just got to get the J nuts lined up well. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this bottom one in just to hold it in place. Get the top J nut lined up. Got to go down a little. Okay, so now I know they'll screw in and out easy. I'm going to take some white grease and I'm going to give the threads a nice coating of white lithium grease. I mean, you could use anti-seize, you could use nothing if you want. I happen to like white lithium grease on threads and anti-seize where there's flat metal contact that might rust. If you plan to be wrenching on these vehicles for a while, do yourself a favor and use something, because they will rust. Okay, so I got these in there. Started out by hand, and now I'm just going to snug them gently in the spot where I think they're supposed to go based on the wear indicators. Not wear indicators, but the groove in the plate here that indicates where they were previously. Alright, now I'll just do the same thing to the other side, and then we'll go get the bumper. Alright, so I got both brackets snugged up. They're not tight, they're just snug, because there's going to have to be some adjustment going on, and you adjust them by coming in this way. There's also some left to right adjustment in the bumper. Seems like this, for a simple bumper, it's a pain in the ass to get together. Now again, looking for the indentations in the metal. To find the position where the bumper was originally. And in this car, the spot that the bumper was in when we took it off seemed to be a decent spot. It didn't look like it was knocked any which way. So I'm going to put one in that looks like it will be in the same spot, and I'm going to do the same thing on this side. Hopefully they line up. Alright, I don't know if I'm being overly critical, but inch and then it comes off. That's going to go over just a little. Just coming off 3/4. There's one off. That looks like it's in a good spot right there. So I'm happy with my side to side. I'm just going to snug it so that it doesn't move. Alright, so now looking at my gap here, I seem to be up a little higher here, and I'm sagging a little over there. So I think my fitment here is good. So I'm going to tighten these up, because that looks like a good gap, and I'm going to see if I could bring that gap up just a little. So now to do this, Take my socket, come in with a long extension, and I can hit these bolts here. All right. Now on this side, I'm gonna have to loosen just a little. That looks good. I like it. I'm going to tighten up all the bolts, make sure they're good and tight, and then we can put the plate bracket on, and we can put that vacuum ball canister back in over there. Well, these were the only screws I lost. So, luckily they're just sheet metal screws. The original ones had a Torx head. I'm just going to put in 2 Phillips, make it easier. That back in, and I got a couple of Christmas tree clips. This Jeep still has that underbelly, fabric, rubbery kind of felt fabric to stop any splashing. Hello. So it's hanging a little bit, and I'm going to put a couple more Christmas tree clips in, hopefully get it to sit nice. All right, well, looks 1,000 times better than the old scratched up gray bumper that was on there. I don't have enough time to do the end caps. Have to save that for another day. The wife just told me I have a shower to take and places to be this afternoon. It's Sunday, and we have to hit a family cookout and birthday party for some of the little ones in the family. That's it today from Axel's Garage. Comments, suggestions, criticisms down in the box below. And as always, thanks for watching.